Hello students, welcome back to MKH video series. My name is Aditya and in the previous video we have successfully completed, you can see exercise 9.3 up to question number 5th. Now in this video we are going to move ahead. That means we are going to discuss this video from question number 6. Right? So in question number 6 actually this figure is given to you. अब यहाँ पे इस figure के अंदर हमारे पास क्या given है? Let me just tell you that there is a ABCD quadrilateral you can see here in which the diagonals AC and BD you can see bisect or you can say intersect each other at point O, right? So आप देख सकते हैं ये जो दोनों diagonals हैं ये O point पे क्या कर रहे हैं? Intersect कर रहे हैं such that this OB is equal to OD, right? So that means this AC is bisecting this diagonal BD in two equal parts, right? That is OD and OB, right? So this is given in this question. Now if AB is equal to CD, now this is also given that this AB side is equal to CD. That means ये वाली AB जो side है वो CD की क्या है? Equal length की है, right? This is given to us. Now we have to show that the first part is that the area of triangle DOC. Now let me just check out DOC, right? So this triangle is equal to the area of triangle AOB, right? So जो DOC का एरिया है वो इस ट्राइंगल AOB के एरिया के इक्वल है, ये हमें प्रूव करना है, राइट? सो हाउ वी विल डू इट? सबसे पहला स्टेप जो है यहाँ पे हम लेंगे दैट इज वी विल ड्रॉ अ अल्टीट्यूड दैट मींस परपेंडिकुलर, राइट? फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट D you can see on to this diagonal AC, right? So हमें यहाँ पे D पॉइंट से इस diagonal AC के ऊपर एक परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ करनी है. Then also from this point B again AC के ऊपर एक और perpendicular draw करनी है, right? So this is you can see the construction that we have to first apply on, right? So let me just give this point as N and this point as M, right? You can give it any letter to these 2 points, right? So here I have taken them as N and M, right? So यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं DN और BM जो है वो AC diagonal के ऊपर perpendiculars है, right? So this is the construction that first we have to apply on, right? So starting off my question, so the solution to this is the first part here is first of all we will write the construction here. So the construction here is draw DN and BM perpendicular to diagonal AC, right? So यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया? DN और BM जो है वो diagonals AC के ऊपर perpendicular draw कर दिया, right? Now the thing is we have to prove that this triangle DOC is equal in area to triangle AOB, right? This is our you can see motto to find out, right? So starting off my proof here. So the first thing that we will apply on into this is I'm going to take these two little triangles forming in between, right? So DON and BOM. So I'm going to take these two triangles here and prove them congruent, right? So starting off in triangle DON and triangle BOM, right? So यहाँ पे हमारे पास 3 conditions होनी चाहिए. So सबसे पहली condition जो है that is this OD is equal to OB and that is given in this question, right? So ये जो OD और OB है वो इन दोनों triangles में ही आ रही है and that is given equal to us. So first condition होगी you can see that OD is equal to OB and the reason is this is given, right? Also you will find out that these two angles, right? आप देख सकते हैं ये दोनों lines intersect कर रही हैं. So ये जो दोनों angles हो कौन से होंगे? Vertically opposite angles, right? So this is going to be the second condition here. So you can name it as DON and you can see BOM, right? So angle DON is equal to angle BOM, right? So they are vertically opposite angles. So I have written it in the short form. So you can see clearly that DON is equal to BOM. Now coming on to the third condition here. So what will be? So you can see this 90-degree sign here. That means this is two right angles here, right? So you can say that DNO is equal to BMO. Both are of 90 degree each, right? So angle DNO is equal to BMO. The reason is each 90 degree, right? So you can see, therefore the three conditions are done. Then we can say that triangle DON is congruent to triangle BOM. Now the most important thing is the congruence rule here, right? So what congruence rule will apply onto this? So if I just observe this triangle DOM, you will find out angle, angle, then side, right? So by AAS congruence rule, we can say that these two triangles are congruent, right? Also one more thing here. Now we know when we prove two triangles congruent, then by CPCT we can write all the three angles and all the three sides of those triangles are equal, right? So we can say that this DN is equal to BM, right? So I'm just writing by CPCT, we can say that DN is equal to BM, right? Now let me just give it equation number first, right? So you can see here we have proved to the first step that these two triangles are congruent, right? So this is the first step towards to prove that area of triangle DOC is equal to the area of triangle AOB. So students, अब बढ़ते हैं आगे. Now you can see यहाँ पे हमने दोनों triangles को congruent prove कर दिया. Then by CPCT हमने prove किया that DN is equal to BM, right? Now the second step to prove that the area of triangle DOC is equal to AOB is that we are going to take that this side two triangles forming here, that is DNC and you can see BMA, right? Or you can say DCN and BM, whatever you call it, right? So in triangle you can say DCN and triangle BAM, right? So I'm going to take these two triangles and prove them congruent, right? So why I'm doing these two triangles congruent, that you will know further. We will move into this question, right? So you can see now in these two triangles, the first condition that we get is that this DC is given equal to AB in the question, right? You can see these two lines I have placed in the starting of this question. That means ये दोनों sides जो हैं वो given थी, they are equal, right? So you can say that DC is equal to AB, and that is, you can see, let me just correct that. So that is given in the equation, right? Now the second condition you will find out here is that this angle is also of 90 and this is also of 90 degree. So these two are right angles and they are equal. So how you will write that D and C is equal to BMA, right? So angle DNC is equal to angle BMA. The reason is each 90 degrees, right? So both are of 90 degree, so they are equal. Now coming on to the last and third condition here. So what it will be, you can see we have proved that DN is equal to BM from the previous congruency of these two triangles, right? So हमें prove कर चुके हैं कि that DN is equal to BM from equation number first. So this is also coming in these two triangles, right? So this is going to be the third condition, that DN is equal to BM. So write that DN is equal to BM, and the reason is from equation number first, right? So you can see we got the three conditions. Therefore we can say that triangle DCN is congruent to triangle BAM. Now the most important thing is the congruency rule. So which congruency rule will apply here? You can see the congruency rule is, you can see this 90 degree angle is present here. That means इसके opposite वाली side क्या होगी? Hypotenuse, right? So this side is the hypotenuse. Again यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं ये वाला भी 90 degree का angle था, इसके opposite क्या है? Hypotenuse. So you can see एक तो hypotenuse है, एक 90 degree angle है, that means right angle. Then there is also another perpendicular side here which is equal. So आप देख सकते हैं right, hypotenuse and one side. So by RHS congruency rule here, you can see, so by RHS congruency rule, we can say that these two triangles are congruent, right? Now, let me just tell you, if I just look at the two equations here, let me just mark one equation that, now let me just tell you that कि अगर हम किसी भी दो triangles को congruent कर देते हैं या किसी भी दो figures को congruent करते हैं, then their area is equal. That I have told you in the starting of this chapter, right? So आप देख सकते हैं ये वाली दोनों triangles जो हैं पेयर में कॉन्ग्रेंट है, तो ये दोनों जो ट्राइंगल्स के पेयर्स हैं ये आपस में एरिया में क्या होंगे, इक्वल भी होंगे, राइट। नाउ दिस इंप्लाइज यू कैन सी दैट एरिया ऑफ ट्राइंगल GON is going to be equal to the area of triangle BOM. Let me just give it equation number second, and you can see also area of triangle DCN is going to be equal to the area of triangle BAM, right? So let me just give it equation number third. Now before moving on, let me just make some space. Now you will find out that look at this DON and this DCN. So आप देख सकते हैं अगर मैं इन दोनों ट्राइंगल्स को जोड़ देता हूं, so we will get DOC, right? So I'm going to add these two equations on the left hand side as well as on the right hand side, right? So you have to write that adding equation number second and third, we have, now if I just add both the left hand side, so area of triangle GON plus area of triangle DCN is going to be equal to, you can see, area of triangle BOM on the right hand side we are adding plus area of triangle BAM, right? Now let me just separate them so you can understand clear. Now let me just rub this. Now you will find out that DON plus DCN, you can see DON plus DCN, that will form DOC. So this will give you, you can see that area of DOC is equal to, you can see, then BOM plus BAM. So these two triangles add on and give you AOB, right? So equal to area of triangle AOB. Now this is what we have to prove in the first part here, that area of triangle DOC is going to be equal to area of triangle AOB, right? So you can see this is how you have to prove the first part of this question. So students, now बढ़ते हैं next part की तरफ, that is, now we have to prove that area of triangle DCB is equal to the area of triangle ACB. Now you have to observe DCB, this triangle here, the area of this triangle is equal to the triangle ACB, right? So आप देख सकते हैं ये जो दो triangles बन रहे हैं इन्हें हमें equal prove करना है area के अंदर, right? So this is our task here. Now how we will do it? Let me just tell you कि इससे पिछले part के अंदर हमने क्या prove किया, that the area of triangle DOC is equal to the area of triangle AOB. So let me just write that thing first. So area of DOC triangle is equal to the area of triangle AOB. This is what we have proved earlier. So you can write, so we have proved earlier, let me just correct the spell here, that the area of triangle DOC is equal to AOB. Now अगर आप ध्यान से देखें इन दो triangles को, so ये जो BOC बीच में जो triangle आ रहा है इन दोनों triangles के, so ये अगर मैं दोनों इक्वेशंस में ऐड कर दूं, तो आप देख सकते हैं DOC में अगर मैं BOC ऐड करूंगा तो मेरे पास DBC आ जाएगा, राइट? द ट्रायंगल व्हिच वी नीड हियर, यू कैन सी DBC और यू कैन सी DCB, दे आर सेम, राइट? एंड अगर मैं इस AOB के अंदर यू कैन सी BOC ऐड कर दूं, सो यू विल गेट ACB व्हिच इज अगेन रिक्वायर्ड हियर, राइट? सो हमें सिंपली क्या करना है, ये जो BOC ट्रायंगल है इसको दोनों ट्रायंगल्स में ऐड कर देना, राइट? सो यू कैन सी एडिंग area of triangle BOC on both sides, right? We have, so you can see अगर मैं इस साइड पे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे DOC plus area of triangle BOC equal to, again on the right hand side भी मैं क्या करूंगा, you can see AOB plus area of triangle BOC. So यहाँ पे दोनों साइड पे मैंने BOC ऐड कर दिया. Now you can see DOC plus BOC. As I have earlier told you that DOC plus BOC ये क्या बन जाएगा, DCB, this triangle, right? So that will form, you can see DCB, and on the right hand side you can see AOB plus BOC, that will form ACB. So let me just write down ACB at the place of this. So this is going to be the proof that area of triangle DCB is equal to the area of triangle ACB. So this is how you have to prove the second part here. So students, अब बढ़ते हैं इसी क्वेश्चन के लास्ट पार्ट की तरफ, that is part number 3rd. Now इस part number 3rd में हमें क्या शो करना है? You can see that DA, this line segment is parallel to CB, right? So हमें यहाँ prove करना है that this DA side is parallel to CB, or we can say that this ABCD is a parallelogram. क्योंकि हमें पता है यहाँ पे हमें given है that this DC side is equal to AB, और अगर हम यहाँ पे प्रूव कर देंगे कि that this DA is parallel to BC, then we can say that ABCD is a parallelogram, obviously, right? Because this is the property of a parallelogram. So अगर हम यहाँ पे प्रूव करेंगे that DA is parallel to CB, then obviously we can say that ABCD is a parallelogram, because if the opposite pairs of a quadrilateral are equal and parallel, then we can say that that quadrilateral is a parallelogram, right? So start करते हैं, हम यहाँ पे प्रूव करने वाले हैं that this DA side is parallel to CB, right? But how we will do this? You can see that in the previous part we have proved that this triangle DCB is equal in area to the triangle ACB, right? So इससे पिछले part में हमने क्या प्रूव किया? So we have proved earlier that area of triangle DCB is equal to area of triangle ACB. Also, both the triangles you can see lie on the same base BC, right? So both the triangles you can see DCB and ACB lie on same base, that is BC. So as we know that the triangles on the same base and having equal areas, so जैसे कि आपको पता है कि एक प्रॉपर्टी होती है that the triangles on the same base and having equal area lie between the same parallel lines, right? So then we can say that this DA is parallel to BC, because आप देख सकते हैं ये दोनों triangles जो हैं वो same base BC के ऊपर है और इनका area भी आपस में क्या है? Equal है. Then from the property of this triangles we can say that this DA is parallel to BC, because ये दोनों triangles जो हैं वो same parallels के बीच में lie करेंगे then, right? This is the property here that the triangles on the same base and having equal areas will lie between same parallel lines, right? So this implies, so this is the reason here why we will write that DA is parallel to CB, right? So this implies DA is parallel to CB. Let me just correct that. So अब यहाँ पे हमने प्रूव कर दिया that DA is parallel to CB. Also it was given that DC is equal to AB. So definitely we can say that this quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram, right? So or you can say that ABCD is a parallelogram, right? So this is what we have to prove in this third part, which is the last part of this question. So you can see that was all in this question. So students, अब बढ़ते हैं next question की तरफ, that is question number 7th here, right? So इस question के अंदर हमें ये figure given है a triangle ABC here. Now it is given that D and E are points on the sides AB and AC respectively of triangle ABC. So आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे D और E क्या है? Points हैं side AB और AC के ऊपर, right? You can see here. Now you can see we have joined these points here with B and C vertex, right? So आप इनको join कर देंगे. Then also D and E are also joined here. Now you can see that we have to show that such that it is given that area of triangle DBC is equal to the area of triangle EBC. So आप देख सकते हैं इनको join करने के बाद आपके पास दो triangle form हो रहे हैं. You can see one is DBC and the other one is EBC. Now ये given है कि इन दोनों triangles का area जो है that is equal, right? So ये हमें given thing है. Now हमें जो prove करना है, you can see that is DE is parallel to BC. So you can observe this side DE, this one, and this side BC. We have to prove them parallel here, right? So how we will prove that? Now likewise in the previous question, as I have told you that triangles which lie on the same base and having equal area lie between the same parallel lines. So the similar property I'm going to apply here to prove that DE is parallel to BC. So if you just observe it, focusing on this, that ये जो दोनों triangles हैं, you can see दोनों same base BC के ऊपर है and also उनका area जो है that is given equal. And as we know that the triangles which are lying on the same base, you can see BC, and having equal area, you can see area of DBC is given equal to the area of EBC. So both are on the same base and having equal area, then we can say that they will definitely lie between same parallels with the property of a triangles, right? So that means we can say that this DE is going to parallel to BC, which is our motto in this question, right? So you can see quite easy question, just a single property leads you to the solution of this question, right? So starting off, you can see the solution here. So as it is given that the area of triangle DBC is equal to the area of triangle EBC. So this is given. Also, both the triangles you can see DBC and EBC lie on same base, that is BC. So as we know that triangles on same base and having equal areas, let me just correct that, equal areas lie between same parallel lines. So this implies, you can say that this DE is going to be parallel to BC. And this is our motto in this question, that we have to prove that this DE is parallel to BC here, right? So quite easy, just you have to remember the property of the triangle, that the triangles on the same base and having equal areas lie between the same parallel lines. So that was all in this question.